This Derby, it's now time to break down the field for the 151st Kentucky Derby.
And in the Derby race, we now have some late breaking news for you, and WHS 11 Sports Director Ken Spencer's on top of it, talking about the scratch of a Bob Baffert horse here.
Yeah, Rodriguez is out of Derby 151. His owner just tweeted out about 10 minutes ago that he's a bruise on his foot, just needs a few days of rest. So they're going to scratch from the Derby, point towards the Preakness with Rodriguez. His scratch means Baeza for trainer John Sheriffs is now in the field for the 151st Kentucky Derby. What that means for the gate is Rodriguez was going to exit out of post position number 4. Everybody moves down. Baeza will now exit out of gate 20. Let's take you through the field. The pace of this race will mostly be on the inside. You've got Citizen Bull, also for Bob Baffert. Neo Equos and American Promise. Most feel these will be the horses out front. Now, don't be shocked if Baffert sends out Citizen Bull, hopes everybody behind him has a rough trip, and just says, catch me if you can. That being said, Ferdinand is the last horse to win out of inside post. The last time he was able to do that was 1986. Most thought the strategy was meant for Rodriguez to go out front. But obviously, with him being scratched, maybe Baffert tries to get Citizen Bull in that position. Journalism, the favorite for trader Michael McCarthy coming out of gate 8, just outside the 2 Japanese horses, Admire Daytona and Luxor Cafe, whose dad, by the way, is American Pharaoh. Burnham Square, winner of the Bluegrass Stakes for Ian Wilkes, is a horse that will be looking to close. He's won 3 of his last 4 starts. Todd Pletcher is bringing in Grande, who's kind of a late bloomer and flying under the radar for owner Mike Rapoli. Remember, that was the duo who had Fierceness, the favorite, in last year's Kentucky Derby. A couple of the other closers will also be on the outside, and that is Sandman for trainer Mark Casse, winner of the Arkansas Derby, and Sovereignty for trainer Bill Mott. Sovereignty has won 2 of his last 3 races. My pick for Derby 151, I'm going to go with the favorite, Journalism. I know he's only going with the chalk. We've got a colt who's won his last 4 starts. Most recently was able to survive a really rough trip in the Santa Anita Derby. The horse has dominated the California racing scene, which is usually Bob Baffert territory. The first 200 yards will be crucial for him if he can get out of the gate, post position 8 with his jockey Umberto Rispoli, and settle in somewhere behind the lead pack. He should have a lot left in the tank for that oh-so-important stretch run. Usually I waffle in the first 2 weeks leading up to the Derby and go back and forth on who I want, but not this year. Not fake news. Journalism is the horse to beat.
Well, you and I were talking earlier, you sort of liked Rodriguez as maybe a wild card to win the Derby, but now out.
You remember in 2020, it was the COVID Derby, Baffert had Authentic, and nobody really was talking about Authentic going into that Derby. He sends him out and says, look, if you guys all have clean trips, maybe we don't have anything left, but I'm going to take my chances. And Authentic was able to kind of be in the lead the entire way, and nobody had anything left down the stretch run. I thought that was going to be the strategy here. Maybe a little tougher with Citizen Bull,
right?
Because he's got that inside post position. But, really, somebody's going to have to press the issue maybe early.
And of course, a few years ago, once they moved the starting gate out a little bit, the hole right by the rail is not as bad as what it used to be, because it's not right by the rail anymore.
Yeah, it's all one gate now. It's not it used to be when you started out of post position number 1, like you looked and it was like, there is nowhere for me to go. I got to be able to find some room on the outside. I know we talked a little bit about the closing horses. Burnham Square, Sovereignty, Sandman, and Sandman starts out at post position 17. Nobody's ever won the Derby, coming out of that post position. But you know what? If you're going to be a closer and you don't have to get way down, you got some time.
A lot of people believe this Derby, like many Derbies, is going to be set in the first furlong, which is going to be quick. That's about 12 seconds. Should we make some picks here, Connie?
Go ahead.
I mean, I want
oh, you want mine first? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm with Kent. I like Journalism. It's hard to bet against Journalism, but I'm going with journalism, but my other pick is Sandman.
She's starting to waffle.
I love Mark Cassie and that crew.
It's hard to bet against
that
journalism.
Cassie crew is hard to beat. I love them, but the 17-hole curse, I can't do it. So journalism.
So I think we're all in solidarity here. I think at post time 6:57. I think at 7 o'clock you're standing next to our modern day American Pharaoh, journalism will win this race. I think by several links, if not just a few.
I mean, that feels like,
you know
I mean,
what?
you are calling your shot.
Here's why. I watched the video that you all had of him at Churchill Downs. He just seems so confident. He sort of glides effortlessly like he is, I'm ready to win this thing.
When you see journalism just kind of jog
Like a
by in the
machine.
morning, you just look over and be like, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fantastic.
There you go. I think, and that was American Pharaoh. That's what we're all in agreement for different reasons.